Most RV owners don't fear engine trouble. They don't even fear electrical problems that much. But there's one system almost everyone dreads, avoids talking about, and quietly hopes never goes wrong, and that's the black tank. The moment something smells off, drains slowly, or refuses to empty, panic sets in. Forums explode with horror stories, campgrounds echo with bad advice, and suddenly, a simple tank, meant to hold waste, becomes the most stressful part of RV life. Today, I'm going to explain RV black tank problems clearly, calmly, and completely, why they happen, how to prevent them, and how to fix them the right way. And before we go any further, if you want fewer surprises, less stress, and more confidence with your RV systems, hit subscribe now, because once you understand your black tank, it stops being scary forever. Let's start with the biggest misconception that causes almost every black tank problem. The tank is not designed to stay clean. It's designed to function. Most issues come from trying to treat it like a household toilet instead of a holding system. When people fight how it works instead of working with it, things go wrong fast. The black tank depends on water, gravity, and time. Remove any one of those, and problems start stacking up quietly until one day they explode into a mess you can't ignore. The most common failure begins with too little water. This usually happens on day one of ownership. Someone flushes the toilet, sees everything disappear, and assumes all is well. But what actually happened is solids landed in the tank, without enough water to suspend them. Over time, they build up into what's known as a pyramid plug. It's exactly what it sounds like, a hardened mound directly under the toilet opening. Once it forms, no chemical, no miracle additive, and no amount of wishing will dissolve it quickly. It restricts flow, traps odors, and convinces people their tank is full when it's not. Another massive contributor is dumping too early. People think emptying the black tank often is good hygiene. In reality, it's one of the fastest ways to cause problems. When you dump a tank that's only partially full, you don't get enough liquid force to carry solids out through the hose. Liquids leave, solids stay. Do that repeatedly, and buildup becomes inevitable. A black tank works best when it's allowed to fill to at least 2/3 full before dumping. That volume creates the pressure needed to clean the tank naturally. Odor is the next big fear. Most people assume bad smells mean something is wrong. Sometimes that's true, but often it's just physics. Odors escape when air moves from the tank into the RV, usually because of improper venting, dried out seals, or negative air pressure inside the rig. If you run a bathroom fan with a window closed, you can actually pull tank odors inside. The solution isn't more chemicals, it's airflow balance, water in the bowl, and healthy seals. Then there's the obsession with chemicals. Walk into any RV store and you'll see shelves of brightly colored bottles promising miracle results. Some are helpful, many are unnecessary, and a few actively make things worse. Harsh chemicals can kill beneficial bacteria, damage seals, and create false confidence. A black tank doesn't need to smell like perfume. It needs to break waste down naturally and move it out efficiently. Often, simple treatments paired with proper water use outperform the strongest chemicals on the shelf. Sensors are another source of frustration. Nearly every RV owner has looked at their monitor panel and thought, there's no way that's accurate. And they're usually right. Tank sensors get fouled by residue, toilet paper, and buildup. A tank reading full when it's nearly empty isn't a sensor failure, it's a dirty tank. Relying on sensors alone leads to early dumping, which leads to buildup, which makes sensors worse. It's a cycle. Learning to read your tank by usage and time instead of lights changes everything. Now, let's talk about dumping technique, because this is where most long-term damage happens. Opening the black valve and walking away is tempting, but it's also lazy and risky. Dumping should be deliberate. First, make sure the tank is full enough. Then open the black valve completely and let it drain fully. Listen to the sound change. When it slows, close the valve. If you have a built-in flush system, use it in short bursts, never with the valve closed. If you don't, adding water through the toilet after dumping helps rinse remaining debris toward the outlet. The order matters too. Black tank first, gray tank second. That gray water helps rinse the hose, reducing odor and residue. It's simple, but people get it wrong all the time and never leave the black valve open when hooked to full hookups. That's a guaranteed way to dry out solids and create blockages that are far worse than anything caused by waiting too long to dump. Toilet paper deserves its own conversation. RV-safe paper matters, but water matters more. Even regular household toilet paper will break down properly if there's enough water and time. The problem isn't the paper, it's dry conditions. People who use plenty of water rarely have paper-related issues, regardless of brand. Let's talk about cleaning, real cleaning, not just dumping. A black tank doesn't clean itself fully during normal use. Periodic deep cleaning is part of responsible ownership. This can be done with tank rinsers, controlled driving with water and clean agents inside the tank, or professional services when buildup gets severe. The goal isn't sterility, it's removing accumulated residue from tank walls and sensors so everything works as intended. Maintenance isn't about constant attention, it's about consistency. Keeping water in the tank between uses prevents drying. Ensuring the toilet seal stays moist prevents odor intrusion. Checking vent pipes for blockages allows gases to escape upward instead of inside. These are small habits that prevent big problems. Cold weather adds another layer. Freezing temperatures can crack valves, freeze contents, and ruin seals. Proper winterization isn't optional, it's essential. That means draining tanks fully, protecting valves, and never leaving waste sitting in freezing conditions without protection. Hot weather has its own challenges. Heat accelerates bacterial activity, which can increase odor if venting isn't working properly. Again, water and airflow solve most of it. One of the biggest mindset shifts is realizing the black tank isn't an enemy. It's a system. When you understand how it works at home's predictable, manageable, and honestly boring. And boring is good. The most successful RVers aren't the ones with secret tricks. They're the ones who respect the system. Don't fight it. If you're new to raving, the best thing you can do is start good habits early. Use water generously, dump deliberately. Ignore bad advice that treats the black tank like something fragile or magical. It's neither. It's simple engineering that rewards patience and consistency. If you've already had problems, don't panic. Almost every issue can be fixed. Pyramid plugs can be broken down with time and water. Sensors can be cleaned. Odors can be eliminated permanently. What matters is stopping the behavior that caused the issue in the first place. The reason so many people struggle with black tanks isn't because they're complicated. It's because no one explains them properly. Once you see the logic behind the system, fear disappears. Confidence replaces anxiety, and suddenly, one of the most dreaded parts of RV life becomes just another routine task. If this helped, you understand your RV black tank in a way no one ever explained before. Make sure you're subscribed. This channel is about real RV knowledge, the kind that saves you money, stress, and embarrassment at the dump station. RV life is supposed to be freedom, not fear. And mastering your black tank is a huge step toward that freedom. When you respect water, gravity, and timing, the black tank works quietly in the background exactly as it was designed to. No drama, no smells, no surprises, just one less thing to worry about as you enjoy the road ahead.